The Focusrite Scarlett series audio interfaces are probably the best-selling interfaces out there. They have great mic preamps, converters, and features for home studio musicians. In this video, we're looking at the Focusrite Scarlett Solo Studio Bundle, which includes a microphone, XLR cable, the audio interface, and headphones, plus it includes a decent software bundle. So you get everything to start recording, just add your own creativity. Now it goes for $229, and is it the best home studio bundle for you? Well, I'm going to go over the features of the audio interface and this bundle. We'll do some audio quality tests, and we'll look at the included software. Plus, I'll also give you the cons that I found with this bundle so you can make the decision for yourself. I'm Zane, welcome to Audio Tech TV. I've included a link down in the description in case you want any more information on this bundle. And just to be clear, this was sent to me from Sweetwater to do another video, which will be coming out soon. And I just wanted to be clear about that, but this video is not sponsored. So why am I making this video if it's not sponsored and I don't have to? Well, that's because as soon as you pick up this box, you kind of feel inspired to create. I just love the idea that it has everything in there to start making music. I just have to add my own creativity. You get the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen, which has that Air button on it, and this emulates the Focusrite's excellent ISA preamp. You also get this condenser microphone called the CM25 Mark III, and we're going to test that out in just a bit. You get a nice 3-meter mic cable included with it, and a pair of closed-back headphones. Plus you get that excellent plug-in bundle, and it keeps on giving. I'll go over what I mean by that in just a little bit. Now, a quick overview of the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen audio interface. You have your one mic preamp here, and this mic preamp is that 3rd Gen, which is capable of having that Air enabled, the Air button right here. You enable that and it can make your voice brighter, which is a nice touch. You have 48-volt phantom power, which you can enable, so you can use your condenser microphones like the one that's included with this bundle. You have an instrument input, or it can be switched to a line input, and this can be great for plugging in your electric guitars, bass guitars, or maybe you want to plug in a line level effect or a mixer, something like that. You can do that with this interface. You have separate gain controls for each input, and you have your main monitor, and this controls the output level for the speakers that would be connected at the back. Plus, you also have a direct monitor button, and when you enable that, you hear the audio that's going directly into the audio interface, not what's coming back out from the computers. And then under that, you have your headphone input. Now, on the back of the audio interface, it's pretty simple. You have your right and left speaker outputs. You have USB-C, and that provides power plus connects to your computer. And you also have a Kensington lock on there as well if you need that. Now, for such a small audio interface, it actually packs a lot of performance in there. It can record at 24-bit up to 192 kilohertz, which is very high quality. Now, I'm just going to get this all connected and we'll do some audio tests with the included microphone. Now, when you first plug this into your computer, it's going to install a generic audio driver. But you really should go over to Focusrite's website, register it, and download the Focusrite control software, as this is going to give you the ASIO driver if you're on a Windows computer, and also give you more control of your interface. All right, so I have everything connected, and what you're hearing is the raw audio of the CM25 Mark III microphone connected directly to the Focusrite Solo audio interface. I haven't done any editing to this audio. It's the raw audio. This is what it sounds like. Now, let's just test out the plosives a little bit, because you see I don't have the pop filter in front of this. So, P, 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 pizza, pizza. Now, let's put the pop filter in front of it. P, P, pizza, pizza, pizza. And I have the direct monitoring on right now so I can hear it, and I could tell that there was a big difference. Now, here's what this microphone sounds like when you're right up on it, and I'm being fairly quiet because I can tell it's fairly loud when I'm right on it. For a podcast microphone, this would be great, but you do need that pop filter in front of it. And you can see from far back a little bit, it's still a decent quality. I would just probably turn the gain up a little bit. Let's do that now. So there, I cranked the gain a little bit. Sounds very nice, just being back a little bit from the microphone. Now, speaking of levels, when you're setting the levels on your Focusrite Scarlett Solo, you'll notice that there's a ring around the gain knob, and it goes from green to an orange to a red. And you can change those colors in that Focusrite control software if you really wanted to. Now, ideally, you want it to be in the green, but also the green can range from lower in the green and higher. So what I typically do is I'll sing as loud or play as loud as I'm going to be playing while recording, and that's the loudest. You want to go the loudest that you're possibly going to be going, and keep doing that. Adjust the gain until it gets into the orange, and then dial it back until it no longer gets into the orange. Or maybe it just hits the orange slightly every now and then, but it's mainly green all the time, and that's what you want. So now I just want to connect my guitar, and we'll hear what it sounds like recording guitar directly into the audio interface. All right, so this is Ableton Live Lite. It comes with the Focusrite Scarlett Solo bundle, and I have a guitar amp sim loaded up onto the track where I'm recording the guitar to. So this is what it sounds like with the guitar amp sim, and it's just the built-in amp sim that comes with Ableton Live Lite. Nothing too fancy. So that's with the guitar amp sim. I'm just going to disable it now, and we'll hear it without the amp sim. So you can hear it's pretty dry without the amp sim, and that goes for any audio interface. I just wanted to show what it sounded like just going directly into it, but I'm going to enable that guitar amp sim again, and we'll give that a listen. Now let's look at some of the software that comes bundled with the Focusrite Scarlett Solo Studio. You get Pro Tools first with the Focusrite Creative Pack, and this is decent music production software to get you started. Pro Tools First does have some limitations compared to the full version, but it definitely gets you started off with the same great software that has recorded thousands of hit songs. You also get Ableton Live Lite, which is another great piece of music production software. This one is very popular with beat makers and other electronic music makers, but it can be used for rock and any other type of music as well. Again, the Lite version here has some limitations, but it does include some great effects and sounds with it. You also get to choose an instrument from XLN Audio. They have a few that you can choose from, and they're great piano plugins. You get the Focusrite Red plugin suite that features a great EQ and compressor. You get the Softube Time and Tone bundle, which features some very nice plugins. And if all of this isn't enough for you, you're going to be in the Plugin Collective. And this is on Focusrite's website, so you have to register and be on there with this. But the Collective gives you free plugins every month. So you got to log back in every month. I think that's when it switches up, like once a month. And they change up what plugins you get free. And these are some great plugins that you get in there. One time I got Bias Effects 2 Lite, which is an absolutely great guitar amp sim. So check back often once you register your Scarlett Solo. All right, now let's look at the pros of the Focusrite Scarlett Solo bundle. And first off, with the audio interface, you get a very nice mic preamp built into it with that air setting to brighten up your vocals a bit. Also, the instrument input sounds great, and you have that line input if you want to connect external processors, effects, mixers, whatever it is you want to connect there. This has the capabilities of doing that. Another pro is this is a very portable bundle. If you want to take this on the go with you, it's very small. The microphone is a little slim, the headphones pack up real nice, and the audio interface itself is nice and slim. And the only cables that you need to bring along are the included XLR, an instrument cable if you want to play an instrument in there, and the USB cable. Now another pro is these headphones are actually pretty comfortable and they sound really nice too. I would compare these to headphones that cost in the $40 to $60 range. So they're not cheap headphones. These actually sound quite nice. And another pro is if you don't want to spend the time to research budget microphones and budget headphones to go along with your audio interface, this packages everything nicely with it. You get a budget price microphone that does sound decent. You get these headphones, which are comfortable. They sound nice when listening through them. And you also get that bundled software with it and into that Focusrite plugin collective, so you continue to get plugins free forever. Now let's look at the cons, and there really isn't a whole lot there. One of the cons is there's no individual headphone volume. So the master monitor control controls the volume for the speakers that are connected to it and the headphones. So if you had speakers connected and you wanted to turn those down but still hear through your headphones, then you would have to disconnect them, turn them off, or if they have volume control on them, you would have to turn the volume control on the speakers down. Now check out some excellent free music recording software to go with this by clicking the video right here. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.